Hello everyone, konbanwa. It's me, your glorious sensei, as we take on this journey of nothingness and everything, and just learning in general. And today, this is like day one of me learning Japanese. Now I put air quotes because I already have some familiarity with Japanese. I already have some familiarity with the language, but don't get it twisted. I'm nowhere near fluent. In fact, I'm still N5 if we're going by the scale, and really I'm lower than N5 because I can't like speak fluent sentences. I can read a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. I can't read complex sentences, and I don't know a whole lot. So this is my attempt to learn Japanese as a way to make sure that I'm doing this daily. And then on top of that, for anyone else who wants to learn Japanese but is having a really hard time, picking it up, because I won't lie, this shit is hard. But it gets easier the more you do it, the more repetition, the more you understand about what to actually do. It gets a lot easier over time. And take this from a black guy in the hood. If I can do it, then you can do it. So, yeah. Today we're going to be starting off with the vowels, or like the vowels of Japanese. So, A, E, I, O, U, like A, E, I, O, U, like those vowels. Yeah, we're going to be starting off with those. Now, before we get into those, I do want to give a little explanation on basically the Japanese writing system, because I just want people to be a little more informed about it. So there's three Japanese writing systems. There's hiragana, katakana, and kanji, and all three of these writing systems make up kana, which is the entirety of Japanese like writing. Kana is the entirety. I hope that makes sense. I swear to God, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, not breast. So yeah. Well, I guess that's that explanation. So let's basically get into the actual learning of today. So we're gonna start off with A, or in Japanese it is pronounced A. As you can clearly see, A is written like this. I'll do it one more time. This is how you write A. Now, do you necessarily have to write the hiragana in order to learn a language? No, you don't. Unless you're some super freaking genius who can pick up languages extremely easily. I would recommend you do so, because writing down the language, it just makes it significantly easier to learn. And that's pretty much how I learned all of hiragana and katakana. So, yeah. Next up, we have E. We have E, which is E is just the I. It's I, and it's I in English, E in Japanese. So it said E. E is written like this. I'll write it again. E is written like this. Now let's move on to U, which is pronounced U in Japanese. I'll say it again. It is pronounced U in Japanese. I, E, U. And U is written like this. I'll write it again for anybody who's having a hard time picking up this. U is written like this. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why anyone would be having a hard time. I'm going extremely slow. So if you're having a hard time, then I think you might need to get something checked out. But we'll move on to the next portion. I, E, U, E. Now we have E. E is just E in Japanese. E is just E in English. So E is pronounced E, and E is written like this. I'll write it again. E is written like this. And then we have the last vowel, which is O, which is pretty much pronounced the same way. O. O. O is just pronounced O. the same thing, but I guess it's like a little different, you know, as you can clearly see about how it's written. I'm kind of getting tired of like saying the same thing like a bot. And yeah, those are pretty much the vowels of Japanese. And to give you, but you know, I feel like leaving this video off with just the vowels of Japanese is kind of like it's a little it feels like you're swimming, but you're not breaking the tension of the water, and so you just feel like you're gonna like give up. So I might as well put in some words in there to give a little extra bit of motivation. Now the words that I'll be saying are, I'll put them on the screen, I'll put everything on the screen, but they're just completely made up of the vowels. That only the vowels are in there, so to, you know, make it make sense. So the first word we have is it is ao. I'll say it again. It is ao. Ao is blue in Japanese. The next word we have is ie. And not ie, which is no, but ie, which is house. And the last word that we have is ue, which means on top of. So if I had to formulate a sentence out of ao, ie, and ue, I would have a pretty hard time doing that. But that's why we're here. That's why we're learning. But the next video, I promise you, I will have a sentence for this specifically. I will have a sentence, and to show you that I am growing and I am learning. Even though I'm teaching you, I'm still learning at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, Johnny.